Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachakodash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the Akim, to the elect that are scattered across the four corners of this earth, pushing this truth out in faith and in all sincerity. I'm the bro Shema Allah from the GMS Houston camp. And this lesson is basically going to be centered around, giving everything your all. Whether it may be doing videos, whether it may be in charity or, humility, see brotherly kindness, how you treat brothers, praying, studying, all of these things. And all of those things are, considered, being on fire. When you're on fire in this truth, that consists of all of those things. It's not just one. It ain't just about, doing, a plenty of videos, which, that's not a bad thing. But that ain't what it's about. It's other things that go into it. Even, yourself being on point, in this world, how you thinking, how you moving, right, growing and understanding. See, knowing how to apply the wisdom that you're learning in certain situations that you may be faced with in the world. See, all of those things are being on fire, and we gotta execute, right, in this truth. You see, with all our might, like whatever situation it may be, whatever it may be that we doing, you see, you got to do it, to the fullest. It's Ecclesiastes 9 and 10. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might, for there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave whither thou goest. And really, man, we don't got that much time, so it's like, whatever we decide to do on this side, all right, as soon as Yahushua comes back, it's a wrap. Like, all of the works that you've done, all of the things that you did, whether it be good or bad, right? You see, will be written, and that's how we will be remembered for eternity. It ain't gonna be a redo or a restart button. Oh Lord, I want a second try. Cause I want to be remembered better. Nah, it ain't gonna be like that. This is the only chance, that we got. You see, you only got one shot at this, and and that should drive you to do what you got to do. Okay, this is once in a lifetime. You see, because we at the end. So, hey, this is the last. It's the last shot, man. He said, "Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave whither thou goest." And we know after death what's going to happen, or after Yahushua comes back. You see, the elect will get delivered, and the two thirds will come back through the elect, right? But we're not gonna be prophesying, so we're not gonna be doing what we're doing now in the kingdom. And it's the work will be finished. And that time, it's time to enjoy the fruits of our labor during that time. It's time to enjoy the kingdom of heaven. That's going to be heaven for the Israelites, which are the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And it ain't going to be no more work. It ain't going to be no more we got to do videos, or we got to go out and teach our people. Scripture say we ain't going to need to teach our people no more, because these laws, statutes, and commandments will be within us, right? Within our children from birth. Right? So now is the time to do all the things that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua requires. because that's what the elect would do. Colossians 3:12. Put on, therefore, as the elect of the Most High. Right? I mean, so we gotta try to be the elect. I mean, because we don't know if we are those men, but the works we gotta show. Right? The works gotta approve of that. That, hey man, hey, this man could very well be at that number. Right? By the works, by, you know, like I said earlier, how you treat brothers, how you treat people. All of that plays a part in all of that. See? It ain't just about your work. Yeah, that's a part of the works. I should say that. That's a part of the works. It says, holy and beloved, bowels of mercies, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long suffering. Right? Because you can't be prideful, right, in this truth. Yeah, because that's shit of the world. But, you know, being in this flesh, those things may come upon you from time to time. You got to check yourself, or someone else is going to have to check you. Right? But it's just getting past it and growing from it, and knowing that it's not okay to be like that. You see, it says, bowels of mercy, showing mercy because, hey, the Lord showed mercy upon us and brought us into this truth. You see, and if we are of that number, He's going to forgive us for all that we have done. Right? Hey, and we're still breathing right now. We have done some horrible things that we should be put to death. So, if the Lord forgave us, we got to forgive, brothers. Right? It says kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long suffering. Right? Because the Lord is long suffering with us, and that's how we have to be with each other. You see? You can't, brother, do one thing. Oh, he wicked. He ain't gonna last. Or man, that ain't the type of spirit to be in. You wouldn't want nobody to be like that towards you. All right, someone as brother do one thing, you just going in on them. That ain't the way to be. How many offenses have you committed? So it's like this is doing all of these things is equivalent to being on fire and doing it, with your might. Like it says in Ecclesiastes 9. All of these things. Being just like Yahushua, that's being on fire. It says, forbearing one another and forgiving one another. If any man have a quarrel against any, even as Yahushua forgave you, so also do ye. Right? You get into it with a brother, a little argument or whatever you want to call it. Deal with it and be done with it. Right? Don't be waiting after the thing is settled. You still bringing stuff up about, oh yeah, man, this is that brother did this to me and this and that. Man, let that shit go. You dealt with it. Y'all talked about it. Let it go. Right? Hey, because we brothers and we ain't in the world. We deal with our problems and we get the problems out of the way. Right? Because we're a body. That whole problems and all of that can affect everybody. See? And that type of petty stuff, man, could possibly get you, destroyed. Right? Or it can take a spirit from you, because you could be showing pettiness and all of these things towards a member of the elect, and the Most High sees that, hey, and you will get judged for that. Right? So we gotta treat every brother as if they were the Lord. Right? See, not worshiping them, but if Yahushua was here, how would you treat him? If Yahushua needed you for something, and you had it, right? Would you give it? See, what would your behavior be like? It says, and above all these things, put on charity, which is the bond of perfectness, right? Charity. Man, helping brothers out however you can help brothers out. See, because, hey, scripture say without charity, man, it don't matter if you know the deepest breakdowns. It don't matter if you can break down this and that, right? You know this history, you know that. You know 300 words in the Hebrew. See, garment look nice as hell. That don't matter without charity. Hey, because Yahweh showed charity. Yahweh showed how you supposed to be towards your brother. Hey, he washed the disciples' feet. This is the Lord, man, washing the disciples' feet. Look at these leaders in these different camps. Do you think that they will actually take that stance to wash the men of their congregation just lower than them in rank? Do you think they'll wash their feet? I would say no. Right? Just by looking at how these dudes be acting and how they be teaching and certain things that they say. You see? But it says, and let the peace of the Most High rule in your hearts, to which also ye are called in one body, and be ye thankful. Let the word of Yahweh dwell in you richly in all wisdom, teaching and admonishing one another in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing with grace in your hearts to the Lord. Right? So it said, let it dwell in you richly. Man, you got to get into this. All right, this word got to be one with you. Yahweh, what he told them 70 that basically stumbled over what he said. And he said, you gotta eat my flesh and drink my blood. That's digesting this word, being just like him. All right? When you going into this word, you studying it, you eating it. Right? And it's a spiritual drink. Right? Because the water is referred to, the word is referred to as water. The word is referred to as wine. You see? And his blood. Right? Because how does the blood of the Lord cover you? Being in this thing, being in his word, being of the elect ultimately. All right, that's how it's going to dwell in you richly. Which says, and whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Lord Yahweh, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by him. So, man, hey, this is somebody that's on fire doing these things. Whatever you do, man, you do it in the name of the Lord, right? Because ain't nothing by ourselves. There ain't nothing of our own might. Anything we do, man. Hey, the Lord gave me the spirit to do it. The Lord put the spirit on me to do it. Man, it's all from the Lord, right? Water Yahweh Shem Yahushua for putting the spirit on me to do this. Nothing is of ourselves, man. We just in this flesh, bro. And some filthy flesh, right? In the lowest state right now. And the Lord is using us and working through us and using us as vessels. This is 2 Peter 1:5. It says, this is Peter giving down a list of basically things that the elect will be doing. It says, and besides this, giving all diligence, add to your faith. Yeah, because it's all about faith, right? Believing in things that you can't see. I remember I was talking to the elder of our camp, Elder Tazapah. Basically, like faith, like when you got faith, a thing that you thinking about, it's not gonna make sense, and it's not supposed to make sense. See, that's why it takes faith, right? You're not gonna be able to put two and two together or come up with some mathematical equation onto why something will work. Nah, it's not gonna make sense. You just gotta believe in it and have faith. See, you can't. The things that we talking about, man, it's going to say the foolishness of preaching. It don't make sense to everybody. If you try to explain this, the things that we say do not make sense, right, to these people. If you really try to explain these scriptures, man, they will look at you like you are crazy. Right? That's why faith makes all of this make sense. But it says, add to your faith virtue, right? When you go into the word virtue, it says purity, moral excellence. And when you look at moral excellence, it says the quality of doing what's right and avoiding that which is wrong. And that's how we supposed to be. And it's true. You gotta have that moral excellence, right? Being on point as much as possible. See how we look and behave in this world, how we act. See, because we are not niggas no more. We got a standard to live up to, which is these scriptures. And it says to virtue knowledge, right? Get into these things, learning the history, learning the law, right? Learning about our forefathers, all of these things. You see, growing. It says into knowledge, temperance. And temperance, going to the word temperance, it goes into self-control, right? And it also goes into self-control over sexual desires and all of that. Man, you gotta have self-control all around, ruling your spirit, right? And that's that sexual, the sexual lust, man. That could take you and put you in a position that you don't want to be in, a bad position, right? Because you're thinking with your rod, this and that, right? Because and sometimes, bro, you just gotta chill out. See, every female, you don't gotta touch up on every female, man. All right. You see, you ain't gotta have sex with everybody, bro. All right. Cause you could get into some with the wrong female, and she can have you in a bunch of shit. She can end up pregnant. You have a crazy baby mama. It's that, all these things is through the spirit, of course. All right. That's why scriptures speak about rigging out your own salvation. Do what's best for you in your walk. All right. You have to walk carefully. This is for you. Don't put stumbling blocks in your own path. It says, into temperance, patience, right? Being patient. Suffering. We're waiting. We're suffering. We suffering all of this shit. See, waiting on the Lord to return. Waiting for these prophecies to come to pass. The final prophecies. See, you got to be patient. You got to wait. We can't be hasty. You see, and doing things thinking that, we gonna bring this kingdom or we gonna do something to set ourselves up. Nah, we just gotta wait. Part of the condition of this truth. You gotta wait. It says, into patience, godliness, right? And going to godliness, it goes into piety, which piety means being devoted to the Most High. See, all that we do through these laws, statutes, and commandments, you see, rehearsing these righteous acts. It says into godliness, brotherly kindness. You see, being kind towards your brother. You don't want to be a asshole, for nothing. You see, because we all family. It says, brotherly kindness, charity. See, we want the charity, but it says, for these things be in you and abound, they make you that ye shall neither be barren nor unfruitful in the knowledge of our Lord Yahweh Shai. You see, so, hey, if these things be in you, you ain't gonna fail. Right? And these are the things that the elect will be doing. So, you gotta put on as the elect, right? Do these things and practice these things in all your might. Right? Getting better and better each day, examining how you could be better, how you can do this thing better, You see this and that. But he that liketh these things is blind, and cannot see afar off. He hath forgotten that he was purged from his old sins. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, you shall never fall. All right, so, hey, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. So that diligence, right, is going to show, right, that you could possibly be one of those men. Being on fire. And being on fire entails all of the things I just went into. You know? So, you know, with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. With that, I'm going to say shalom.